Have you ever felt like life keeps stacking the odds against you, no matter what you do? Maybe you've caught yourself thinking, why does this always happen to me? Or feeling like the world is out to get you. If so, you're not alone. This kind of thinking is often called a victim mentality, and it can have a powerful hold on us, especially if we've been through tough experiences, like childhood trauma. But here's the thing. While a victim mentality may seem like a natural reaction to life's hardships, it doesn't have to define you. By understanding where this mindset comes from, how it affects us, and how we can change it, we can move toward healing, empowerment, and a more fulfilling life. A lot of times, the victim mindset starts forming early in life. As children, we depend on our caregivers for love, safety, and support. But when something disrupts that, whether it's neglect, abuse, or emotional abandonment, it can leave lasting scars. When children go through trauma, they often feel powerless because at that age, they really are powerless. They can't change their situation, and they don't have the tools to process their emotions. They are, in fact, victims. This sense of powerlessness doesn't just disappear with time. Many people carry it into adulthood, continuing to feel like the world is against them. Without even realizing it, they may start to believe that bad things are always going to happen, that they're somehow destined to struggle, and that there's nothing they can do about it. These beliefs lay the foundation for a victim mentality. Victim mentality can show up in different ways, and sometimes it's subtle. You might notice it in how you react to challenges or setbacks. Here are a few common signs. 1. Blaming others or circumstances. When something goes wrong, it's easy to point the finger at other people or unlucky situations. You might think, it's not my fault, I'm just unlucky, rather than looking at what you can control in the situation. 2. Feeling powerless. There's often a sense that no matter what you do, things won't get better. It's like you're stuck in a loop, feeling as though everything is beyond your control. 3. Avoiding risks. If you've been hurt or disappointed a lot, you might start to avoid taking risks. After all, why bother trying if it's just going to fail, right? But this avoidance can actually reinforce feelings of powerlessness. 4. Defensiveness. When people offer advice or try to help, it can feel like they just don't get it. You might react with defensiveness or push their suggestions away because deep down, you don't believe things can change. 5. Low self-esteem. Over time, this mindset can chip away at your self-worth. You might start to believe that you're not good enough or that you don't deserve better. 6. Surrounding yourself with negativity. Have you noticed that the people around you often feel just as stuck or hopeless? It's common for people with a victim mentality to gravitate toward others who share the same outlook. While it can feel comforting, it also reinforces that belief that nothing will ever change. So, why does this mindset stick with us? The answer often lies in our past, particularly in childhood trauma. When we're young, we rely on the adults around us to meet our emotional and physical needs. But when those needs aren't met, we experience trauma. And when trauma happens, it's natural for a child to feel powerless and believe that the world is unsafe. As adults, we may no longer be in those traumatic situations, but the beliefs we formed during that time can stay with us. We continue to see the world through that lens of fear and helplessness, even when we have more control than we realize. The coping mechanisms that helped us survive as children can become the very things that hold us back as adults. If any of this sounds familiar, don't worry. It's possible to break free from a victim mentality and reclaim your power. It won't happen overnight, but with time, self-awareness, and support, you can shift your mindset and begin to heal. Here are some steps that are proven to help. 1. Recognizing the mentality. The first step is simply becoming aware of the patterns. How often do you feel like life is happening to you rather than for you? Pay attention to the thoughts that pop up when things go wrong. Just noticing these thoughts is a powerful first step toward change. 2. Exploring childhood trauma. Since a victim mentality often stems from past trauma, it can be incredibly helpful to explore those experiences. Therapy, especially trauma-focused approaches like cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, or eye movement desensitization and reprocessing, EMDR, can help you unpack the pain from your past. By understanding how trauma shaped your beliefs, you can start to let go of the ones that no longer serve you. 3. Shifting your mindset. One of the most important parts of healing is learning to shift your mindset. Instead of asking, "Why does this always happen to me?" try asking, "What can I do about this?" This simple change in perspective reminds you that you do have some control, maybe not over everything, but over how you respond. 4. Practicing self-compassion. It's easy to be hard on yourself when you feel stuck in a victim mentality, but healing requires kindness toward yourself. Understand that you did the best you could with the tools you had at the time. Showing yourself compassion will help you move forward without the weight of guilt or shame. 5. Forgiving yourself. Along with self-compassion comes forgiveness. You might have stayed in situations that weren't healthy or pushed people away because of this mindset. That's okay. It's part of the learning process. Forgiving yourself allows you to release the past and focus on what you can do now. 6. Surrounding yourself with positive influences. While it's important to have empathy for others, it's also helpful to surround yourself with people who inspire growth. Being around individuals who take responsibility for their lives and encourage you to do the same can help you break free from old patterns. 7. Seeking support. You don't have to do this alone. Therapy, support groups, or even trusted friends can offer valuable perspectives and encouragement. Sometimes, hearing from others who have gone through similar struggles can remind you that change is possible. The process of breaking free from a victim mentality isn't easy, but it's worth it. Healing doesn't happen in a straight line. There will be setbacks, and that's okay. The key is to keep moving forward, one step at a time. By recognizing the negative patterns, addressing past trauma, and making intentional choices to shift your mindset, you can begin to feel more empowered in your life. The truth is, you have more power than you think. While trauma may have shaped your past, it doesn't have to control your future. By embracing self-compassion, forgiveness, and a willingness to grow, you can reclaim your life and start writing a new chapter where you are no longer a victim of circumstance, but the author of your own story. If you like our content and would like to know more about mental and spiritual wellness, please like this video and subscribe for more. Thank you for watching.